Okay, welcome back. This is Killer Headshot. Just want to say massive thank you to my subscribers for the positive feedback I've received on the PS4 Pro video after owning it for 4 weeks. Honest review. You guys have, obviously surprised me there. I've got almost 100 likes and almost 9,000 views on that video. So massive thank you to you guys. I just want to also apologise to everyone that I pissed off in the video for sniffing for the first 2 minutes. Hands up, I wasn't well at the time, and I just wanted to get the whole thing done in one shoot, one shot, one scene, whatever you want to call it, because obviously I was pushed for time. I do work full time. I have to work full time to pay my bills. I've got a flat that I need to pay for. And I just needed to squeeze that video in, and I felt that there was a lot of positive feedback on that video anyway. I felt that I shared my opinion quite clearly on that video. It's just the sniffing, and I can imagine how annoying that would have been. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. As you can see, I'm not sniffing in this video. No cold here, not unwell. But yeah, I'm going to do another review now. This time I'm doing a review of Xbox Game Pass. Is it worth your money at the end of the day? And we'll just go through that review now, and I'll explain everything that I know about Xbox Game Pass and my experience of actually owning this service myself, and whether it's worth your money at the end of the day, guys. So let's get into the video.
So, Xbox Games Pass. So you can do a 14-day trial with Xbox Game Pass. All you need to do is obviously go to Microsoft official website, search for Xbox Game Pass. You will be presented with a page that looks like this. It may differ in your region, but this is the UK page. It may look the same in your country, it may look slightly different. So essentially what you can do, you could either go for a 2-week free trial, or you could just go straight into the Game Pass. So after you click on that link, you'll be presented with the 1 month straight away for $7.99, or you can just start straight away with a 2-week free trial, which I suggest you do, because you may not like this. This may not be for you. Again, on this page, you'll be presented with some of the games that which are currently available on Xbox Game Pass. Now, it's $7.99 in the UK for Xbox Game Pass, and it's $10 US in America for Xbox Games Pass. So obviously, each to their own. They will have their own favourite games, but here's some of my favourite games. We've got Forza Horizon 4, obviously, Wolfenstein The New Order, which is a good game on the Xbox as well. What else do we have here? We've got Halo The Master Chief Collection, which is another new entry on Xbox Game Pass, which is a nice little game that I like as well. In addition to that, we've got games like Doom 2016, which is a classic for me, but at the same time a modern game. Obviously, a great game, underrated game, Doom 2016. You got the new Hitman series, which is great. The new Dirt 4, which has been reviewed, and it's a nice game. I've played that, and I've always liked rally games. A lot of fans of Fallout 4, which I know. I'm sort of 50-50 on that game. I mean, there's a lot of games here. There's like 100 games here. You will get games updated every month. Obviously, State of Decay 2. It's got mixed reviews, but I liked it. It's a great game when you want to get online with your friends and that. A nice little zombie killer game. Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is a great game as well, as we all know. We've got the new Tomb Raider that's just come out. But if you want to catch up with the whole Tomb Raider thing, you can just jump on that first. And then we've got the Devil May Cry 4. Gears of War 4, which is a classic again. It's one of the best versions of Gears of War. Obviously, Metal Gear Solid 5, which was a great game as well. I mean, there's a lot of games here that were, great games on launch, and there's a lot of games that are still relatively new on this Xbox Games Pass. So I think there's a little bit of something for everybody on here. I think they're quite careful about their selections that they make, for the consumer. One thing to let you guys know though, some of the games on this list will be removed with time, so you will be given the opportunity to get a 20% discount if you want to purchase the game individually, but some of these games will be removed from the selection with time. So obviously, make the most of them, while you have them. And if you're going to find out that one of them is going to be removed soon, just make your purchase, and that's it. So what do I think about the pros and cons of the service? I would say pros, definitely. One of the major pros of Xbox Game Pass is the fact that they've put Forza Horizon 4 on there. I think that's just crazy. I mean, there's people going out and buying the Ultimate Edition, for example, like my friends, for £80, and yeah, you get a lot more. You get a lot more content with that Ultimate Edition, but there's a lot of people that just like to play the game in its bare bones form, and then maybe buy some sort of DLC at a later date. Now, so someone who doesn't want to just fork out £50 in one go straight away, they can just get up and running, and start paying for Xbox Game Pass for such a new AAA arrival like Horizon Motorsport 4. So that's definitely a pro. You've got some brand new AAA games that are released on the service. Another pro is the fact that you can install these games and you don't have to worry about having to switch out the disc every time when you've had hard copies of the games. You don't need to have any hard copy of the game with Xbox Game Pass. You can literally just switch between whatever game you want and play it without any hassle. So it's just hassle-free gaming in a sense. Another amazing pro, and it's a real big pro with Xbox Game Pass, is that you actually install the game on the hard drive. It's not a game streaming service. You are playing the game you're playing the game the best way you can play the game, because you're not streaming the game. So there's no degradation in regards to quality. You're playing in the game as it's meant to be played. With the Sony's version of the game renting kind of service, you are streaming the game and you lose a lot of quality when you're streaming the game. Even if you're in the most ideal situation for gaming streaming, it's never going to be the same as actually playing the game direct. So you're directly playing these games off your hard drive, and I think that's obviously a major plus. And I think that had Microsoft not done that, then I feel that the service could have been a flop, to be honest, because there's a lot of purists out there that like to just do things as they're meant to be done, and I'm very sure that would have turned off a lot of people. And to be honest, I would have got the game streaming service on Sony myself had they had the option to actually just download the game and play it as it's supposed to be played. So that's another major win for Microsoft, the fact that you are playing the game the same way that anybody else is playing the game had they bought a physical copy of the game or purchased the game and downloaded it. I'll say another pro is potentially later on when they combine the price of Xbox Live in the price of Game Pass as well. That would be another pro for a service. That's definitely a step in the right direction for Microsoft. I love all these decisions that they're making now. It seems like they're making practical, intelligent decisions in regards to the direction of their console, and I feel that this is going to be something that's going to build up slowly, but it's definitely going to have some steady momentum. I feel that, for me, I feel like I will be subscribed to this service for a little while, especially once they combine the Xbox Live price in. I don't know when they're doing that, to be honest, but I know it's very soon, and it's going to be released in America first, where they're going to combine the two prices, and then later on to Europe and other regions. But Yeah, so there's some good pluses here. Obviously, there's a lot of games on there. You've got like 100 games on there. There's another plus to the service, and the fact that another major plus is that they're obviously updating new games every month. So you will get that refresh. So they're keeping it interesting as well. So um, some of the not so positive things about the service, I would have to say, is currently the fact that they haven't combined the Xbox Live and Game Pass into one bundle price. So I feel that is a bit of it's a bit of a downer, to be honest. That they've not managed to do that on launch. They should have done that on launch. It's a bad decision in my opinion. But the fact that they're rectifying that decision is good moving forward. But it's still not good for launch for people like myself that are already subscribed to both of the services, Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass. Another negative to the service as well is that not everybody wants to pay for games every single month. Do you know what I mean? The price at the moment, I feel that it's good. It's not a bad price, but I just feel that the way secondhand gaming is at the moment. You know how it's games are quite cheap, and then there's some people that just don't want to play loads of games. You know, there's some people that are happy to take their time with games and buy a game once every, say, 2 to 3 months. And what they would do when they're done with that game, they will go to their local GameStop in America, or they'll go to the local game or CEX store in the UK, and they will exchange that game for another game and get that next game at a discount. Now, this is the problem with this service. You won't really own any of these games in a physical form, so you're not able to sell them. So yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a downer. You probably will be running a little bit on a better budget if you don't have this service and you don't really necessarily play. If you're not a heavy gamer, then you might benefit from just continuing with that second-hand sort of gaming and just playing one periodically, going through your games and just playing one at a time, and then taking them back to the shop and exchanging them and then getting another one. So you don't have as much control, so obviously, and the pricing is a little bit higher. But if you're somebody that is quite a heavy gamer, I feel that this is not a problem. So what's my conclusion? Should you get Xbox Game Pass? Would Killer Headshot get Xbox Game Pass? Well, yes I would. Once they combine the Xbox Live and Game Pass price into one cheaper price, where it's a bit more value for money, then yeah, definitely go for it. I mean, you can literally handpick out of those 100 games the ones that you like the most, and as every new month comes in, you can get a new one and then install that game as well. And once you're finished with the whatever game, you can start deleting that and then add in more. So if you've got a terabyte hard drive on your console and you like the selection that is currently there, then yeah, go for it. I mean, there will be new games arriving every month, and providing that Microsoft keep on giving us good games on this Xbox Game Pass, then I feel it's going to be really worth it. These games are much better than the games for gold that you get on Xbox Live, and there's a lot more of them. So essentially, you won't really need to buy any more games directly. Like, you won't need to essentially buy any games for the most part. You have all of them on your Xbox Game Pass, and then essentially once they start getting removed, more than likely you would have clocked half of them. And even if you haven't clocked the ones that are about to be removed, you can purchase them at a discounted price of like 20% cheaper. So yeah, I think it's worth it as it currently is in its current form. And as long as they keep improving Xbox Game Pass and listening to the consumers, then I think moving forward it's going to change the shape of gaming to the point where the second-hand market will start to suffer. And I think this is what Microsoft want. I think they want to take away some of the power of the second-hand gaming market and reflect that back to themselves and get more revenue. I mean, they are a business at the end of the day, and something like this will create a steady, reliable income for Microsoft. So yeah, I think it's a win-win situation for both the consumer and Microsoft. Microsoft in general are turning into a subscription company, so they love to have subscriptions for their services as opposed to one-off purchases, and I think this is becoming evident across the region in regards to gaming and software and so on. So yeah, in a nutshell, I'll say it's worth it, but if you are on a tight budget and you just like a budget gamer, then continue with that second-hand market. Keep on keeping it alive, because we need that second-hand market as gamers as well. It's nice to have options as a gamer, and it's very important that we make sure that the second-hand gaming market remains alive as well. So yeah. Again, thank you for watching another one of my videos. I really appreciate the feedback from the last video, and hopefully this video will go down a treat as well. And I'd just like to ask you guys to obviously like and subscribe if you like this channel and the videos that I'm starting to put out. And I'm going to put more videos out. I'm going to spend a bit more time on my videos like I have done with this one. And again, if you have any suggestions, just leave them in the comment section, and I will endeavour to answer everybody's questions in the comment section. I don't ignore people in my comment section. I try to vocalize with everyone that I got on all my subscribers. I like to listen to them, and if there's any comments that they want to share, I'm willing to engage with my subscribers and anyone that's new to the channel. So yeah, see you in another video, guys. Peace.